Next I picked Froggy L. Then I was ready to tell them my tale. 'Cause I'd unpacked my adjectives. Adjectives are words you use to really describe things. Handy words to carry around. Days are sunny or they're rainy. Boys are dumb or else they're brainy. Adjectives can show you which way. Adjectives are often used to help us compare things. To say how thin, how fat, how short, how tall. Girls who are tall get taller. Boys who are small can get smaller. Till one is the tallest and another's the smallest of all. We hiked along without care. Then we ran into a bear. He was a hairy bear. He was a scary bear. We beat a hasty retreat from his lair and described him with adjectives.
Whoa! Boy, that was one big ugly bear.
You can even make adjectives out of the other parts of speech, like verbs or nouns. All you have to do is tack on an ending, like ick or ish or er. For example, this boy can grow up to be a huge man, but still have a boyish face. Boy is a noun, but the ending ish makes it an adjective, boyish. That describes the huge man's face. Get it? Next time you go on a trip, remember this little tip. The minute you get back, they'll ask you this and that. You can describe people, places, and things. Simply unpack your adjectives. You can do it with adjectives. Tell about it with adjectives. You can shout it with adjectives.
Ready, Poppy? Ready, son? Let's go.
Let's go.
1, 2.
Lolly, 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 get your adverbs here. Lolly, 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 got some adverbs here. Come on, dirty lollies, get the adverbs here. You're going to need it here, write or read, or even think about it. Lolly, 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 get your adverbs here. Got a lot of lolly, jolly adverbs here. Anything you need and we can make it absolutely clear. An adverb is a word.
That's all it is, and there's a lot of them.
That modifies a verb.
Sometimes a verb, sometimes.
It modifies an adjective, or else another adverb. And so you see, that is positively very, very necessary. Lolly, 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 get your adverbs here. Father, son, and lolly selling adverbs here. Got a lot of adverbs and we make it clear. So come to lolly.
Hello, folks. This is Lolly Sr. saying we have every adverb in the book, so come on down and look.
Hello, folks. Lolly Jr. here. Suppose your house needs painting. How are you going to paint it? That's where the adverb comes in. We can also give you a special intensifier so you can paint it very neatly or rather sloppily.
Suppose you're going nut gathering. Your buddy wants to know where and when. Use an adverb and tell you.
Get your adverb, use it with an adjective, it says much more. Anything described can be described some more. Anything you'd ever need is in the store. And so you choose very carefully every word you use. Use it with a verb, it tells us how you did. Where it happened, where you're going, where you've been. Use it with another adverb, that's the end, and even more. How, where, or when, condition or reason, these questions are answered when you use an adverb.
Come and get it.
Lolly, 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 get your adverbs here. Quickly, 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 get those adverbs here. Slowly, surely, really learn your adverbs here. You're going to need them if you read them, if you write or talk, think about Lolly.
If it's an adverb, we have it at Lolly. Bring along your old adjectives, too, like slow, soft, and sure. We'll put them out with our ly attachment and make perfectly good adverbs out of them.
Get your adverbs here.
What's the good tricks of Lolly? So come on down.
Lolly, lolly, lolly.
Adverbs deal with manner, place, time.
Lolly, lolly, lolly. indubitably.
Conjunction, junction, what's your function?
Hooking up words and phrases and clauses.
Conjunction, junction, how's that function?
I got 3 favorite cards that get most of my job done.
Conjunction, junction, what's their function?
I got and, but, and or. They'll get you pretty far. And that's an adjective like this and that. But that's sort of the opposite. Not this, but that. And then there's or. O-R. When you have a choice like this or that. And, but, and or get you pretty far.
Conjunction, junction, what's your function?
Hooking up 2 boxcars, making them run right. Milk and honey, bread and butter, peas and rice.
Hey, that's nice.
Dirty but happy, digging and scratching, losing your shoe and a button or 2. He's poor but honest, sad but true. Ooh.
Conjunction, junction, what's your function?
Hooking up 2 cards to 1 when you say something like this. Choice, either now or later, or no choice. Neither now nor ever.
Hey, that's clever.
Eat this or that, grow thin or fat. Never mind, I wouldn't do that, I'm fat enough now.
Conjunction, junction, what's your function?
Hooking up phrases and clauses that balance like out of the frying pan and into the fire. He cut loose the sandbags, but the balloon wouldn't go any higher. Let's go up to the mountains or down to the seas. You should always say thank you or at least say please.
Conjunction, what's your function?
Hooking up words and phrases and clauses in complex sentences like in the mornings when I'm usually wide awake, I love to take a walk through the gardens and down by the lake where I often see a duck and a drake. And I wonder as I walk by just what they'd say if they could speak. Although I know that an absurd thought.
Conjunction, junction, what's your function?
Hooking up cars and making them function.
Conjunction, junction, how's that function?
Like tying up words and phrases and clauses.
Conjunction, junction, watch that function.
I'm gonna get you there if you're very careful.
Conjunction, junction, what's your function?
I'm going to get you there if you're very careful.
Conjunction, junction, what's your function?
I'm going to get you there if you're very
When Reginald was home with flu, the doctor knew just what to do. He cured the infection with one small injection, while Reginald uttered some interjections.
Hey, that's smart! Ouch, that hurt! Yeah, that's not fair! Give the guy a shot down there!
Interjections.
Hey! Yeah! Ouch!
They're generally set apart from a sentence by an exclamation point or by a comma when the feeling is not as strong. Though Geraldine played hard to get, Geraldo knew he'd woo her. Yes, he showed his affection despite her objections, and Geraldine hollered some interjections.
Well, you've got some nerve. Oh, I've never been so insulted in all my life. Hey, you're kind of cute.
Interjections.
Well,
excitement
oh,
or emotion.
hey.
They're generally set apart from a sentence by an exclamation point or by a comma when the feeling's not as strong. So when you're happy or sad or frightened or mad or excited, wow, or glad,
Hey!
an interjection starts a sentence right.
for the other team. Oh, darn! Hey!
Set apart from a sentence by an exclamation point or by a comma when the feeling's not as strong. So when you're happy, hooray! Sad, aw, or frightened, or mad, rat, or excited, wow, or glad, hey! An interjection starts a sentence right. Interjections, hey, or excitement, hey, or emotion. They're generally set apart from a sentence by an exclamation point or by a comma when the feeling's not as strong. Interjections show excitement or emotion. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah.
Darn, that's the end.
Now I have a friend named Rufus Xavier, Sarsaparilla, and I could say that Rufus found a kangaroo that followed Rufus home, and now that kangaroo belongs to Rufus Xavier, Sarsaparilla. Whew, I could say that, but I don't have to, because I got pronouns. I can say he found a kangaroo that followed him home, and now it is his. You see, he, him, and his are pronouns replacing the noun. Rufus Xavier, Sarsaparilla, a very proper noun. And it is a pronoun replacing the noun kangaroo. How come? Now Rufus has a sister named Rafaela Gabriela Sarsaparilla. If she found a kangaroo, I'd say to you, she found a kangaroo that followed her home, and now it is hers. But I can't say that, because she found an aardvark that fell in love with her, and they're so happy. No relation to the sarsaparillas. Because of pronouns I can say, I wish she would find a rhinoceros for me and we'd be happy. You see, a pronoun was made to take the place of a noun. Cause saying all those nouns over and over can really wear you down. Now I can tell you Rafaela, Gabriela, and Rufus Xavier, Sarsaparilla, and Albert Andreas Armadillo found an aardvark, a kangaroo, and a rhinoceros. And now that aardvark and that kangaroo and that rhinoceros belong respectively to Rafaela, Gabriela, Sarsaparilla, and Rufus Xavier, Sarsaparilla, and Albert Andreas Armadillo. Because of pronouns I can say in this way, we found them and they found us, and now they are ours, and we're so happy. Thank you, pronoun. You see, a pronoun was made to take the place of a noun. Cause saying all those nouns over and over can really wear you down. Sometimes when we take them all on the bus, people really raise a fuss. They start shouting out loud pronouns here, like, who brought that rhinoceros on this bus? What made that horrible noise? And which one of them getting off first? Who, what, and which are special pronouns that can ask a question in a sense where you do not know the name of the noun. But I know, I have mine and she has hers. He has his and you have yours. They love us and we love them. What's ours is theirs, that's how it is with friends. And pronouns, you are really friends, yeah. Cause saying all those nouns over and over can really wear you down.
My thing in action. To be, to see, to feel, to live. That's what's happening. I put my heart in action. To run, to go, to get, to give. You're what's happening. That's where I find satisfaction, yeah. To search, to find, to have, to hold. When I use my imagination, I think, I plot, I plan, I dream, turning in towards creation. I make, I write, I dance, I sing, when I'm feeling really active. I run, I ride, I swim, I fly, other times when life is easy. I rest, I sleep, I sit, I lie.
Verb, that's what's happening.
I can take a noun and bend it, give me a noun.
Back, forth, break and pound.
Make it a verb and really send it.
Show me how.
Oh, I don't know my own power. In my thing, in action, in being, in doing, and saying. A verb expresses action, being or a state of being.
A verb makes a statement.
Yeah, a verb tells it like it is.
Verb, that's what's happening.
I can tell you when it's happening.
Past, present, future tense.
Tell you more about what's happening.
Say it so it makes some sense.
Oh, I can tell you who is happening.
Verb, you're so intense.
Hey, every sentence has a subject.
Noun, person, place, or thing.
Find that subject, where's the action?
Verb can make the subject sing.
Take a subject, what is it? What's done to it? What does it say? I can question like, what is it?
Verb, you're so demanding.
I can order like, go get it.
Verb, you're so commanding.
When I hit, I need an object.
Verb, it's
Ooh, when I see the object.
Do you see that first ball?
If you can see it, then put the ball on the fence, man. Go ahead on. Yeah, all right. What? Me either. It's going. It's going. It's going. What? I get my thing in action.
That's what's happening.
To work, to play, to live, to love.
Well, every person you can know and every place that you can go and anything that you can show, you know they're nouns. A noun's a special kind of word. It's any name you ever heard. I find it quite interesting. A noun's a person, place, or thing. Oh, I took a train to another state. The flora and the fauna that I saw were really great. When I saw some bandits chasing the train, I was wishing I was back home again. I took a train to another state. Well, every person you can know, like a bandit or an engineer, and every place that you can go, a state or a home, and anything that you can show, like animals and plants or a train, you know they're nouns. You know they're nouns. Oh, Mrs. Jones is a lady on Hudson Street. She sent her dog to bark at my brother and me. We gave her dog a big fat bone and now he barks at Mrs. Jones. She's a lady lives on Hudson Street. Well, every person you can know, Mrs. Jones, a lady or a brother, every place that you can go, like a street or a corner, and anything that you can show, like a dog or a bone, you know they're nouns. You know they're nouns. Oh, I took a ferry to the Statue of Liberty. My best friend was waiting there for me. We took an early ferry, went for a walk on the island, you know, and in the middle of summer it started to snow, and I took a ferry to the Statue of Liberty. Well, every person you can know, like a friend or the captain of a ship, every place that you can go, an island or a sea, anything that you can show, like a statue, a ferry, or snow. You know they're nouns. You know they're nouns. Oh, I put it down in the drugstore record machine. Only gonna start playing to get what I need. I heard Chubby Checker, he was doing the twist, and the Beatles and the Monkeys, it goes like this. I put it down in the drugstore record machine. Well, every person you can know, the Beatles and the Monkeys, Chubby Checker, every place that you can go, like a neighborhood or a store, and anything that you can show, like a dime or a record machine, you know they're nouns. A noun's a special kind of word. It's any name you ever heard. I find it quite interesting. A noun's a person, place, or thing. A noun is a person, place, or thing.
a bee, like an ant, as busy as can be. These little words we call the busy peas.
Prepositions.
9 or 10 of them do most all of the work.
Of, on, to, with, in, from, by, for, at, over, across.
And many others do their job, which is simply to connect their noun or pronoun object to some other word in the sentence. Busy peas, if you please.
On the top is where you are.
Top relates to where.
With a friend you'll travel far.
With a friend you'll go.
If you try, you know that you can fly over the rainbow.
Over the rainbow is where you can fly. Busy prepositions, always on the go. Like a bunch of busy bees, floating pollen on the breeze, buzzing over the meadows, beyond the forest, through the trees, into the beehive. Busy, busy bees.
Beyond, over, on, through.
Busy prepositions, always out in front, on the edges, in the crack, around the corner, from the back, in between the action, stating clearly to your satisfaction the location and direction. Prepositions give specific information.
Though little words they are, they never stand alone.
Gathering words behind them, you soon will see how they have grown into a parade. A prepositional phrase with a noun or at least a pronoun bringing up the rear. A little phrase up to or 3 or 4 or more words.
Preposition, attention, forward.
Busy prepositions, always on the march, like a horde of soldier ants, inching bravely forward on the slimmest chance they might better their positions. Busy, busy prepositions.
In the air, on the ground, everywhere.
The sun sank lower in the west it sank.
And it will rise in the morning and will bring the light of day.
We say the sun comes up in the east every day.
In the east it rises.
Busy prepositions, busy, busy, busy.
On the top is where you are.
On the top.
If you try, you know that you can fly.
Fly where?
Over the rainbow. This is the tale of Mr. Morton. Mr. Morton is who? He is the subject of our tale, and the predicate tells what Mr. Morton must do. Mr. Morton walked down the street. Mr. Morton walked. Mr. Morton talked to his cat. Mr. Morton talked. Hello, cat. You look good. Mr. Morton was lonely. Mr. Morton was. Mr. Morton is the subject of the sentence, and what the predicate says he does. Mr. Morton knew just one girl. Mr. Morton knew. Mr. Morton grew flowers for Pearl. Mr. Morton grew. Mr. Morton was very shy. Mr. Morton was. Mr. Morton is the subject of the sentence, and what the predicate says he does. The subject is a noun. That's a person, place, or thing. It's who or what the sentence is about. And the predicate is the verb. That's the action word that gets this subject up and out. Mr. Morton wrote Pearl a poem. Mr. Morton wrote. Pearl replied in the afternoon. Pearl replied by a note. Mr. Morton was very nervous. Mr. Morton was. Mr. Morton is the subject of the sentence, and what the predicate says he does. The cat stretched, the sun beat down, a neighbor chased his kid. Come here, kid, come on. Each sentence is completed when you know what the subject did. Mr. Mr. Morton knocked on her door. Mr. Morton knocked. Mr. Morton sat on her porch. Yes, he just sat there and rocked. Mr. Morton was a nervous man. When she opened up the door, he ran. Mr. Morton climbed up his stairs. Mr. Morton climbed. Mr. Morton rhymed pretty words. Mr. Morton rhymed. Mr. Morton was lonely. Mr. Morton was until Pearl showed up with a single rose. Who says women can't propose? Now Mr. Morton is happy, and Pearl and the cat are too. They're the subject of the sentence, and what the predicate says, they do.
Such a corny blast.
We played in the West. We played in the East. We've heard the most, but you're the least.
Well, the big bad wolf was really mad. He wanted to play music and he wanted to play bad. They stopped me before I could go to town, so I'll huff and puff and blow her house down. The house of straw was blown away. The pigs had to find another place to play. A dewdrop in the house of sticks. 3 little pigs were giving out licks. Well, the piano playing pig was swinging like a gauge, doing Liberace on the 88.
I wish my brother George was here.
3 little pigs were having a ball when the big bad wolf he entered the hall. The big bad wolf he sat right down. Come on, cats, we're gonna go to town. Gonna get tough, I'll give them more. They don't know talent in this here town. Now huff and puff and blow the place down. Do drop in, did drop down. 3 little pigs crawled out of the rubble.
This big bad wolf gives us nothing but trouble. So we won't be bothered by his windy tricks. And anything we play must be made of bricks.
Sturdy place, this house of bricks, built in 1776. High-class place with a high-class crowd. Sign on the door, no wolves allowed. The wolf was sore and fit to be tied. He was sworn and determined to get inside. myself. Boy, what a dope! I'll show those pigs that I'm not stuck. If I can't blow it down, I'll blow it up.